Hello everyone, we're doing homework number 12, number 14. A biology professor claims that on the average, 15% of her students get a grade of A, 25% get a B, 40% get a C, 10% get a D, and 10% get an F. The grades of a random sample of 131 students were recorded. In the following table, 1 equals A, 2 equals B, and so on and so forth. Now in the table here, as it just says, 1 is A, 2 is B, 3 C, 4 D, and 5 F. And we also have the observed, which is 13, 21, 73, and 11, and 13, which all add up to 131, which is our sample. Now what it's asking is what is the value of x squared or chi squared? So let's go over to the whiteboard. So what 14 is asking is find x squared, or otherwise known as chi squared. Now how we're going to do that is by using this formula. Chi squared is equal to observed minus expected squared divided by the expected. So let's get our values. So I rewrote it right here. So as I just said, 1 equals A, 2 B, and so on and so forth. Observe 13, 21, 73, 11, and 13. Now our expected is actually the percentage that they gave to us. So saying here, 15%, 25%, 40%, 10%, and 10%. And with that out of the way, let's move on to the next step. So the first step we're going to do is convert the percentages into whole numbers. Now how we're going to do that is the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the percentage into a decimal and then times the total amount or the whole sample size. Now how we get the sample size is just the observed amount. 13 plus 21 plus 73 plus 11 plus 13 equals 131. And here's an example. 0.15 times 131 is equal to 19.65. And we're going to do that for the entirety of the percentages. And here are the values. All right, now let's move on to the next step. Now that we got all the numbers, we're going to plug them in to this formula. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the observed 13 minus the percentage, or the expected, in which we just solved that, which is going to be 19.65, divided by the expected again. So what it's going to look like is like this. So we got 13, the observed, minus the expected, squared, divided by the expected. Now we're just going to keep doing that for the rest of the numbers, as seen here. And I'm going to show you on my paper what I got. So in my scratch work, I suggest not rounding to any numbers. Use the exact amount, as shown here. So feel free to pause the video and just compare. So once you square them, divide them, and add them all together, you should get 14.9020. Now, on the homework, they want us to round to 3 decimal points. So we're going to do that to our answer, which is going to be 14.902. And with that out of the way, our answer is C. And here's all the work. Have a good night, everyone.